start really recognizing that ego voice for what it is and laugh at it. Like truly have a sense of humor about it and not take it so serious, but catch it and go, you know what? No, go sit down. Like you never help me. That voice, it's always in there trying to lack and fear, and I need to control and I need to get whatever I need. It's not true. And as we choose to go into meditation, we choose to go connect with nature and connect with source and ask for guidance, ask to be filled up, like fill me up. Let my light just radiate and shine to all those who are ready for this truth and this wisdom. Source will fill you up, and source will heal you, and source will shine and light the way for you. But you must be quiet and still to be able to even hear that intuition, to be able to hear that inner voice of wisdom, because it's a gentle voice. And it's like a lot of the souls on the planet that are the most beautiful earth angels you could ever have called for. And they're here, and they're gentle, and you often tread on them. You often disrespect them and ignore them and treat them as if they're nothing because they're gentle. And I'm here to say, these gentle souls are some of the most powerful souls you could ever meet in your life. And some of you listening are those souls. And don't forget your power. Do not buy into the BS that you're weak, because you're not. You are so powerful, and your light and your love is so needed here. And it's so time for each of us to wake up and really think about what we're doing to each other and what these games are about, because they're not necessary. This ascension process of self-love is to come into a place where we embody love, where we are love in action. And as we are that light, everything we do, every thought, every action will come from a place of love. And that includes self-love. That means as I'm giving out, as I'm sharing and connecting, this giving also benefits myself. It also benefits my own life. It's no longer a giving and giving and giving until there's emptiness and you're depleted and then you're pissed off because you've given and everyone's taken, but no one's given anything back. That's coming from a misaligned energy in you of feeling you're not worthy, feeling an emptiness. So you're giving and giving with the hopes that eventually you'll be worthy. Here's the deal. You're worthy right now. You are worthy. There is nothing you need to do. There's no one that you need to meet. No famous person's autograph you need. There's no certificate you need. None of it is ever going to fill that emptiness. What will fill that sense of emptiness is you understanding and awakening to your wholeness. Realizing you are whole. You are healed now. Calling that in. Thanking your angels and guides for assisting you with healing. Working with intuitive healers like myself or any that you feel drawn to, that you feel are really going to be truthful with you and are going to help you. That's how we're going to shift. We need to start really taking our power back, and we need to do our work, because nobody out there is going to be able to do my work. And I am not going to be able to do any of your work. We each have our own work. We each have our own stuff that we need to deal with. And so that's the first step, is we need to have our eyes open, be aware, be honest and truthful, filled with courage, filled with love, and know that we are damn capable. Every one of us. Every one of you watching has special gifts. Amnon's behind the scenes, and he is making the show happen with his magic and his understanding of electronics. And without him, I could not give you this message. At least not in this way. And so, yay! And so, with that, like, we need to see the value in every soul that connects with us. We're not here to sit on pedestals and feel superior to others. And it's something I've observed, especially, and this is sad to say, but I've experienced this in the realm of healers so much. Healers, doctors, teachers, that come into the space and they forget that they are also students. They forget that they are one with all the energies that are connecting and needing their assistance. I personally feel there's no need for the pedestal. That pedestal energy really starts creating a sense of separation, and eventually what it does is it triggers a lot of fear inside of that human to protect the ego, that sense of ego self that is superior. So then all actions now come from a place of fear, a place to protect and control and manipulate, because they don't want to lose their power. We need to all be aware of this in ourselves and observing those around us, and make sure that we are not enabling that. Because I will tell you this, controller energies cannot survive without enablers, period. If we're not enabling, the controller gets nothing. So the only reason controller energies work is because the enablers buy into the game and they start enabling them. They give them the energy they want. They give them everything they need. We give everything away, and then we're victims, and we play the victim game, and they oppress us and they hurt us. This game will end when we choose to shift internally, when we choose to stop buying into that game and we refuse to bow or submit to anyone. None of us came here to bow and submit. It feels terrible, right? Every one of us know that there's been tests in our life where controllers came into our world and tried to control and oppress us, and it felt like crap. We hated it. It really hurt us. Some of us felt like we wanted to die. We didn't even want to be in a human form because it felt so terrible. That is what we need to shift. And it's got to shift across the planet, one soul at a time. And that is what I'm here dedicating my life purpose to, which is helping the souls who are ready. So I'm not a bullshitter. I'm not going to be a good person to work with. If you want a mentor who's going to tell you what you want to hear, if you want a mentor who is going to make excuses and tell you, poor you, you're a victim, I am an intuitive healer that is very compassionate, very loving, but I'm very truthful, and I will help you to see the patterns that are holding you back. And there's many healers here that is our intention, is to help you and to help you see things from a position of clarity and truth, and to stop playing these games that cause you suffering, to stop creating suffering amongst others because of that misalignment. So we can't really expect the planet to get better if we're not willing to do our work and if we're not willing to challenge the misalignment. So I hope that all makes sense, everybody. And I'm going to pause now and see if anyone's got questions. Okay. I can feel it. I'm like, I know someone's got questions.
My poser says, I appreciate this so much. Perfect timing to reinforce this message for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Don is saying, you're the best, Tanya.
Oh, thank you, Don.
Incarnate Eileen says, I do feel like much of the solutions and thoughts I receive while working through conflict with others is beneficial when I feel my heart. When I listen to my heart, I begin to receive much information, and I am often able to have much wisdom flow through my voice when I'm in tune with the moment. Thank you for the confirmation. And
yes. Is that Eileen? Is that what you said?
That's Eileen.
Yes, Eileen. That's amazing. And yes, it's all about heart. We got to come here. It's not about here anymore. It's a linking of the two. It's not like denying our wisdom and our intelligence, but it's coming to the heart and pausing and feeling everything from that place of love. And even when we go to share a message with someone that we know may be rejected, if it's coming from love, Spirit will speak it through us beautifully. And then we have to let go. It's not our responsibility how that message is received. It is our responsibility to deliver it. So really great awareness, Eileen, on the heart connection.
And,
yes.
And she adds, butterflies blast off.
Yay!
I can feel it too. The shift is powerful this year, 2014, very positive.
Yes.
And then Makosa says, I feel like you are speaking straight to me, Tanya. I am so ready for the butterfly.
Awesome.
And then Don says, I thought she was talking to me.
I am. I'm talking to all of you.
And then Eileen's saying, everything you are saying is 100% with how I feel right now.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There's a question there from some guy called Ron.
Okay.
And he says, I want to ask Tanya, what exactly is ascension? How do I know it needs to happen or is happening?
Okay. Well, basically, ascension, like I said, it's a very natural evolutionary process that's always going to happen. And it's when we are expanding our energy, our frequency is expanding. And as that expansion happens, we open ourselves to embody higher consciousness. So it's a process that actually affects us at every level of our being. It affects us, our electromagnetic field. It affects our physical body. It affects our mental body, our emotional body, the auric field. Everything is affected as we are going through this ascension process. And so many people, you know, the quickest, easiest way I can relate to ascension is if you can imagine that you're listening to your radio and it's between stations, and you know how you get that static where it's just like, and you can't hear anything, but there's something there. It's just you're not quite tuned in enough to hear. So ascension is you went from that static, and then you're tuning and fine-tuning that dial, and boom, Angel 101. And it doesn't have to be Angel 101, but that's just my little playful take on it. But basically, you get the point, is you go from this staticky energy where there was confusion, chaos, there was not clarity, it was very muddled, and suddenly you're tuned in to a higher frequency and you can hear, you understand, you know, you're connected. And so the ascension process is for that purpose. It's to take the sleeping humans. There's a reason we have so many zombie movies, you know? It's to take that sleeping zombiness of the humans, humanity that's been oppressed and just bought all the BS, like had people telling us what we should believe, having people tell us what we should do, having people tell us how to talk, when to write, when to not write. It's just complete control. And the soul level of us knew, especially these sensitive not new souls, but these sensitive souls that have come in, these indigo children and crystal children, star seed children, they didn't come here to submit. And so as we came in as children and that was happening, we put up with it, we tolerated it, we challenged it, we tried everything we could to make sense of this planet because of its heaviness. But there comes a day when we decided enough. Like, we have bowed and submitted enough. We have tolerated enough. And shifts happen when that happens. So the ascension is really, in essence, we are channeling in higher frequency and we are calling it in. Like, it's not like the universe is saying, you all need to expand and evolve, or the angels are saying, you all need this, humans. You know, it's the rules. What's really happening is you as humans, and if we can go beyond humans, you as a soul have called in the assistance. You're hurting, you're suffering, you have caused each other pain, and you've caused yourself such pain to the point of wanting to die. And we're at the point now where we have destroyed our planet, we have destroyed ourselves, and we have lashed out and tried to destroy each other. And our souls are calling in for the assistance. Our souls want the evolution. They want the frequency to fine-tune into the stations so that we can understand, so that we can channel in higher consciousness, so that we can assist as a healer, so that we can know that we're one with